We want to welcome you guys to the City of Georgetown State of the City for 2022, where we're going to look back on everything that happened in 2021 and tell you what's going to come in the year ahead. The common theme that you're going to hear about throughout this presentation is growth. I know we've all experienced that and we feel that every single day, but it's going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about throughout this presentation. In 2021, we had nearly 2,500 new housing starts in the city of Georgetown, which was another record year for us. And we had over 5,000 new residents move to our city. So we're really planning and working hard to support that growth. And as you'll see, our 2022 budget makes key investments in our city for the future. But most importantly, for most of the folks watching this, I know, is that we were able to maintain our low property tax rate, which is the second lowest for cities in the Austin metro area.
If you think back and look at how 2021 started, it started with a significant challenge with the Winter Storm Uri. From our perspective, we were having staff work around the clock, making sure our water system was as efficient and working as strong as possible, obviously working through the power outages, as well as making sure that our streets were safe. I can tell you that our electric crews were working around the clock and taking additional steps, such as having our linemen actually in the substations changing the circuits in order to be able to do the load shed that was required by the state through ERCOT. Just in terms of what we experienced with the recent Winter Storm Landon, while we're thankful that it was not as severe, I can tell you that the team was ready to respond to that challenge, and we saw that all of our utility systems were functioning at a very high level, with very minimal outages across our entire system through that event. And I can tell you that it was a significant challenge, but again, thank you for all the work.
While the winter storm had a financial impact on electric customers and companies across the state, we continue to improve the financial health of our city electric utility. The Electric Fund ended the 2021 fiscal year with a reserve of nearly $30.5 million, a significant increase over the past 3 years. The city's water utility also is in good financial position and is making investments to meet the demand of more than 5,200 new customers last year. We have started construction on the North Lake Water Treatment Plant expansion, which will be complete in October. And this summer, the city will start construction on the South Lake Water Treatment Plant, which will double the current treatment capacity of the utility.
This new treatment capacity is key to addressing our immediate needs for growth here in Georgetown. But when it comes to water, you also have to consider raw water capacity. And while we're working very hard to get more treated water, we're also seeking new raw water resources and hoping to sign contracts for those in the very near future. But ultimately, we will need your help to conserve water during this process where we seek new water and new water treatment capacity.
You know, the mayor makes a great point. Water conservation is a key to our strategy moving forward. And if you look at our consumption, 75% of the water that's used actually goes through irrigation. It's watering our yards during some of the hottest days in the summer. So the more that we can be strategic in how we're using our water and actively having conservation during those peak times in the year, that summertime, the better off we're all going to be. It's not only going to help us and just to make sure there's enough resources moving forward, but it's also going to help us from a cost standpoint and for all of our customers. Another thing that we're really focused on related to growth is traffic and transportation, making sure that our roadway systems can handle the growth that we're experiencing and also prepared for the future. We've got a lot of projects within the works, and we look forward to sharing more with you about that.
Our growing population does mean there are more vehicles on our roadways. To address that traffic, many transportation projects have been completed and are planned. Last August, we opened the Northwest Boulevard Bridge, a 2015 city bond project that creates a new east-west connection across I-35. In November, we opened a new 5-lane segment of Southeast Inner Loop. Several sidewalk and accessibility improvements were completed in our downtown, and more are planned for 2022. Georgetown voters approved the 2021 Mobility Bond last May, which will fund $120 million in transportation investments. Design work starts this year on the first set of projects. This summer, look for completion of the FM 971 realignment project and the start of work on widening Southwestern Boulevard.
On the mobility bonds that were passed by the voters in 2021, the City Council has set a goal to start all 10 of those approved projects within the next 5 years. We'll also be partnering with Williamson County on several projects, and the Department of Transportation, it continues to work on the new intersection at Williams Drive and I-35.
The first of those mobility bond projects are under design right now. You'll start seeing construction in 2023. But you'll continue to see construction based on the completion of the 2015 bond program. The biggest project you'll see underway next is the DB Woods project, which is expanding DB Woods north of 29. And that'll be the last major construction project in the 2015 mobility bond. We also are making improvements to our park system. You'll see examples of that throughout our community. And then we are also focused on making sure that we have a strong plan moving forward, and look forward to sharing more with you about the Parks Master Plan.
The future of our parks, trails, and recreation facilities were a focus last year as we updated the Parks Master Plan. Through surveys and public forums, we heard your priorities and include recommendations for new parks and facilities in the updated plan. Last year, we completed renovations to Grace Heritage Plaza in downtown and made improvements to Heritage Community Gardens. This year, we will renovate 3 neighborhood parks and buy land for a new Southeast Community Park. We also will start design work on Phase 3 renovations at San Gabriel Park, and will build a new section of hike and bike trail near the Wolf Crossing Shopping Center.
We're excited to continue the implementation of the master plan of San Gabriel Park. That's been a project that's been underway for a number of years with, I know, a lot of community input. We're on Phase 3 of the master plan, which is the festival grounds. And I know that we'll be excited to see a lot of the activity that's going to be happening in San Gabriel Park, making that a continued destination for our entire community. We also have additional work happening in other areas in our park system. We have the expansion of Founders Park near the square. And I'm also excited to share that we have a community tradition that's coming back, which is Fiesta San Jose, which will be active in 2022. And we also have another festival that's planned at Gary Park in June.
Maintaining public safety is one of our most important goals here in Georgetown, Texas. And you can see that we have prioritized that in our budget for this year. We've added patrol officers to maintain a safe community, and we've started a police canine unit this year. We've also ensured that we're going to have enough firefighters and paramedics to respond to our growing city. But to maintain this high level of service, we're going to have to also focus on economic growth and development. And we've worked hard over the past year to attract industry and jobs, and you're going to see a lot of exciting announcements coming in 2022.
Georgetown continues to attract new businesses and employers. In 2021, 9 major projects were announced totaling $422 million in investment and more than 380 jobs. We welcomed new businesses to our square and saw the creation of new murals bringing vibrancy to our downtown. In 2022, we expect to see significant growth in our industrial and manufacturing sector that will strengthen the base of our local economy. And after taking a year off due to the pandemic, in 2021, we again were able to celebrate what makes Georgetown special at festivals like the Christmas and Art Strolls, which we look forward to again in 2022. We moved the 2021 Red Poppy Festival to a fall event, Poptoberfest, and we're excited to bring Red Poppy back in April 2022.
As more and more people and businesses move to Georgetown, and as we're able to gather in our parks and on our town square and at these festivals, I hope that we will continue to be a caring community that honors our history and innovates for our future.
And remember, in Georgetown, you're more than welcome.